Did you know that medical centers are hiding the ineffectiveness of antidepressants? In 2002, researchers Kish et al. Investigated unpublished data to analyze the extent of antidepressant effectiveness over placebo effect. Placebo effect from Latin means I will please and refers to treatments that appears real but was designed to have no therapeutic effects.
Researchers carried out a meta-analysis of 47 studies where they investigated the effectiveness of 6 different antidepressants or drugs, these ones, and this is what they found out. So 82% of the effect of antidepressants was duplicated by placebo. Like, imagine someone get antidepressant and another person got like an empty pill, and the results were the same in 82% of the cases. In terms of antidepressant effectiveness, there was very little difference between the drugs, and the mean statistical difference between the drug and placebo conditions wasn't large, so like 1.8 in the Hamilton scale. The Hamilton scale is right here, and it is used for the response rate evaluation for depression. For example, you can see the score of like from 8 to 13 is like mild depression or like moderate depression and so on. But the point is, like, in the beginning and in the end of the treatment, participants were like evaluated by this scale, and the difference between the placebo group in the end and the antidepressant group in the end were insignificant. So the conclusion was that when published and unpublished data was combined, they failed to demonstrate clinically significant effectiveness of antidepressants. But you need to remember that every study has its strengths and limitations. And so for this one, limitations were, for example, that meta-analysis arrive at average estimates across the whole body of available studies, or that meta-analyses are only as good as the studies they build upon. Also, the effectiveness of the treatment may depend on the severity of the disorder. Yeah, and these things were not considered in the study, so we cannot really rely on the results. Strengths were, for example, that there was both published and unpublished data due to the Food and Drug Administration, so the place where they requested all the data from the studies. And it means that it helps to overcome the publishing bias. So the bias of like someone publishes the results only of the studies that are beneficial. For example, medical centers would probably publish only the studies that show the significance or the effectiveness of the antidepressants, while all the other trials would be unpublished. So the second one, for example, is that all the studies used the Hamilton Depression scale, which made all the research studies directly comparable. Hamilton Depression scale itself, it is already a strength because it is relevantly good for the estimate. So there are two explanations for the results. First, if the results are actually showing the truth, we need to develop an alternative drug. Second, if the antidepressant effect is actually great, but masked by a placebo effect, we need to develop an alternative methodology to test it. Thank you for watching. Please don't get depressed, and see you later.